And we are recording. Let me just set this up really quick. All right, can everyone hear me okay? Thumbs up if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on our mat. So if you can take a seat on your mat.
Yeah, maybe. You muting everybody?
And then once you're there, just find a comfortable seat. You can be sitting on your heels, on your sit bones, palms face down. If you feel like you have enough energy on this Sunday afternoon, or if you feel like you need a little more energy, turn your palms face up, resting on your knees or thighs. Long spine, crown of your head towards the ceiling. And imagine that there's a string pulling the crown of your head towards the ceiling, making that spine nice and long, maybe tucking your chin just slightly so the back of your neck is nice and long. And then relaxing, trying to find some stillness in this pose. Maybe first wiggle your fingers and toes a couple times, then let them relax. Maybe raise your shoulders towards your ear a couple of times, and then let your shoulders relax. And then focus in on your breathing. We'll do some belly breathing for a few rounds together. You begin by exhaling all of your air. Pause at the bottom of your exhale. Inhale, fill your belly. Expand your ribs. Exhale, release. Emptying your belly last. Pause before you begin another round. Inhale, fill your belly. Expand your ribs. Exhale, release. Pausing at the bottom of your exhale. We'll do one more round together. Inhale, fill your belly. Expand your ribs. Exhale, release. Emptying your belly last. Then take a few more rounds at the pace of your own breath. Filling your belly, really expanding your ribs, taking that inhale all the way to your upper back before you release. Then as you're taking these rounds of breath, try to focus on matching the length of your exhale with your inhale. You're fully releasing all of that air before you begin a new round. And then while you're here focusing on your breath, take this time to set an intention for your class today or for your practice. Maybe it is just to continue to focus on your breathing throughout. Try and keep your awareness on your yoga practice, especially since you're not in a yoga studio, rather in your home, so it kind of throws you off a little maybe. Or if there's some other element of your practice or feeling you'd like to cultivate that you want to set your intention on, you can do that as well. And then to seal, excuse me, to seal that intention before we begin class, we'll take one more round of breath together. Begin by exhaling all of your air. Inhale, expand your belly, fill your rib or your lungs. Exhale, open mouth, release. Then you can either keep your eyes closed or float them open. As you inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, reaching towards the ceiling, shoulders relax. And then exhale, drop your right hand down onto the mat, reaching your left arm over your ear towards the side of the room or the top of your mat. Really turning your chest open, letting that left shoulder relax. Maybe walking that right hand out a little further if you want a deeper stretch here. Keeping both sit bones grounded on the mat. Inhale, reach your arms back up towards the ceiling. Switch sides. Dropping the opposite hand down onto the mat. Reaching that right arm over your ear. Right shoulder relaxed. Really grounding your sit bones into the mat. Turning your chest open. Letting that right shoulder relax. Maybe walking that left hand out a little further if you want a deeper stretch. Keeping both sit bones grounded on the mat wherever you are. Maybe taking your gaze up. Then inhale, bring your arms back up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring your right hand behind you, left hand onto your right knee. And then begin to turn your chest towards the left, shoulders relaxed. We're just taking a gentle twist here so you can keep that gaze facing towards the side or maybe over your back shoulder. Pulling your belly button toward your spine, keeping your spine nice and long. Inhale, sweep those arms back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist in the opposite direction, bringing that left hand behind you, right hand on your knee. Turning your chest towards the side, shoulders relaxed. Maybe taking your gaze over your back shoulder. Just taking a gentle twist here. As you inhale, you can elongate your spine. Then exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Inhale, sweep your arms back up towards the ceiling. Then exhale, plant your hands on your mat. And then come into your tabletop pose from here. So on your table, you're gonna have your fingers spread wide, hands about shoulder width distance apart, wrist in line with shoulders, knees hip width distance apart, knees in line with hips. Take your gaze towards the top of your mat. Really push into your hands as you lift your chest. Pull your belly toward your spine. Then inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward for your cow pose. Exhale, pull your belly toward your spine, rounding your back for cat. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward for cow. Exhale, pull your belly toward your spine, tuck your chin for cat. And move through a few more rounds at the pace of your own breath. Moving nice and slow, keeping in mind those equal inhales and exhales. And then you're welcome to take any other movements in your cat-cow that feel good for you. Maybe on your exhale, you can make a circle with your hips, dropping them back toward your heels. And then coming forward on your inhales into your cow pose. Or you can create a C curve, maybe peeking back at your left hip, then your right, creating that C shape with the side of your body. Just take whatever feels good for you in your cat-cow. Then on our next inhale, we'll meet back into our tabletop pose. And then from here, we're gonna come up onto our knees. So on your knees, you're gonna bring your left foot out so that your left leg is extended long, your toes are facing forward. Then we'll inhale, sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, drop that left hand down onto your leg as you reach your right arm over your ear. Keeping that chest turning forward, maybe taking your gaze up, feeling that nice stretch down your right side. And inhale, come back to center, reaching both arms towards the ceiling. Then you're gonna drop that right hand down onto the mat, maybe coming onto your fingertips, or maybe you can bring that hand all the way down, reaching your left arm up over your ear, feeling a stretch down your left side. Inhale, come back up to center, reaching both arms towards the ceiling. And then we'll switch sides, bringing that right leg out long, right foot on the mat, toes facing forward, shoulders relaxed. Take an inhale here. Exhale, drop that right hand down onto your leg, reaching your left arm over your ear, feeling that nice stretch down your left side, left shoulder relaxed. Inhale, come back to center, reaching both arms up. And then exhale, drop that left hand down onto the mat, coming onto your fingertips or your hand. And then reaching your right arm over your ear, right shoulder relaxed. Maybe creating kind of an arc from the left side of your body. And inhale, come back to center, reaching both arms up, coming back onto your knees, and then coming back down into that tabletop pose. Once you get yourself situated in your table, walk your hands about an inch or two forward. Tuck your toes on the mat. Inhale, lift your knees about an inch or two off the mat. Pull your belly button toward your spine. Push into your hands to lift your chest. Take your gaze just beyond the top of your mat. And then focus on that belly breathing here as we're warming ourselves up for our practice today. Maybe take some deep inhales into your belly. Nice long exhales. Do one more round of breath. Then on your next inhale, keep your knees bent deeply as you push your chest toward your thighs, coming into your downward facing dog, lifting those hips up, keeping those knees bent for this first round of down dog. Pull your belly button toward your spine. Your chest comes a little closer toward your thighs. Then on your next inhale, walk your feet towards the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold. In your forward fold, your feet are about hip width distance apart. You're gonna have a slight or deep bend in your knees for this first round. Letting your head hang heavy, chest falling toward your thighs. Maybe you want to come into ragdoll here, grabbing opposite elbows with your hands. Maybe nodding your head yes, shaking it no. You can let your upper body sway from left to right, but keeping your hips centered, so only your upper body is moving. And release the grip of your elbows if you have it. Inhale, palms to shins or thighs, creating a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, reaching up in your mountain pose. Shoulders relaxed. Exhale, dive back forward into that fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back into your high plank. So in your high plank, your fingers are spread wide, wrists are in line with your shoulders, shoulders in line with your hips. You're welcome to drop your knees here if you'd like, or you can keep them lifted. On your next inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower slowly down, hug those elbows in by your side. Bring your chin and chest down first, and then your hips, untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your chest for cobra. Exhale, lower. We'll do 2 more rounds of this. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Push back through table or plank. And come into your downward facing dog. Lifting those hips towards the ceiling. Pull your belly button toward your spine. Bringing your chest closer to your thighs. And then in this round, maybe pedal your feet like you're riding a bicycle, dropping one heel and then the other. Fingers spread wide. Push weight into your index fingers and thumbs. And then steady in your downward facing dog, really lifting those hips up. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk your feet towards the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling in your mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back into your high plank. Knees lifted or dropped. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Hug those elbows in as you slowly lower down. Chin, chest, and then hips. Inhale, lift your chest for cobra. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Push back through table or plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. From here, we're going to step your left foot back, coming into a low lunge. We'll take a second here to walk that right foot forward so that your ankle is in line with your knee. And then from here, we're going to drop your back knee down onto your mat. Inhale, bring your palms onto your thigh, or your hands onto your thigh. And then from here, pull that right hip back, left hip forward. Then you can stay here, or inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling for a modified high lunge. Shoulders relax. And then on your inhale, pull your hips back so that your left hip is in line with your left knee. And then exhale, really lunge forward, bending into that right knee. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, pull back. And exhale, lunge. Here, plant your hands on the mat. Tuck those back toes, lift the back knee, and step the back foot forward to meet the front in your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward in your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step that right foot back. Coming into your low lunge. Walk that left foot forward so that your ankle and knee are in one line. Then drop that back knee down onto the mat. And when you're ready, bring your hands onto your thighs. Get situated here, pulling that left hip back, right hip forward, so they're both parallel to the top of your mat. And then if you'd like, inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, modified high lunge, shoulders relax. Inhale, pull back so that that right hip's in line with the right knee. And then exhale, lunge forward. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, lunge. 1 more round. Inhale, pull back. And exhale, lunge. Plant your hands on the mat, tuck those back toes, lift the back knee, step the back foot forward to meet the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Chaturanga, slowly lower down, hug those elbows in. Chin, chest, and hips down. Inhale, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Walk your feet towards the top of your mat. Forward fold on an exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step that left foot back, coming into your low lunge. This time keeping that back knee lifted Inhale, come up, high lunge, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, bend into that front knee, come up onto those back toes. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, plant your hands. Step that back foot forward to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into that fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step that right foot back. Coming into your low lunge. And then inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling. High lunge, bending into that front knee, coming up on those back toes. Take an inhale here. Then exhale, plant your hands, step that back foot forward to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Chaturanga, slowly lower down, hug those elbows in. Inhale, lift your chest for cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk your feet towards the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step that left foot back, coming back into your low lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms up, high lunge. Exhale, fold over that front thigh as you sweep your arms back, coming into airplane arms, palms facing down. Really folding over that thigh, bend into that front knee. Take an inhale here. An exhale, maybe fold a little more on the inside of that thigh. And then inhale, sweep your arms up, high lunge. Exhale, plant your hands, step the back foot forward to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step that right foot back, coming into your low lunge. Then inhale, sweep your arms up, high lunge, left hip back, right hip forward. Then exhale, fold over that front thigh, sweeping your arms back. Bend into that front knee. Take another round of breath here. Exhale, maybe fold onto the inside of that thigh. And then inhale, come up, high lunge. Exhale, plant your hands. Step the back foot forward to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga, slowly lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Walk your feet forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back, coming into that low lunge. Then inhale, sweep your arms up in your high lunge. Exhale, fold over that front thigh, sweep those arms back, airplane arms, and stay here, or you could clasp your hands at the base of your spine. First, pull your hands away from you, lift your chest up, and then exhale, fold once again over that right thigh. Take a round of breath here. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, coming into your warrior three. Either lunge forward or walk that back foot forward. And then lift those back toes up off the mat. You can keep your hands clasped or come back into those airplane arms. Having your left toes turned down towards the mat. Left leg parallel or close to parallel to the mat. Chest lifted. Gaze at one spot in front of you. Take an inhale here. Exhale, standing splits. Bringing your fingertips down onto the mat. Keeping those left toes turned down. Left leg lifted. Dropping your face toward your thigh or shin. Letting your head hang heavy. Nodding your head yes. Shaking no. Take an inhale here. Exhale, step back into your low lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale, step that back foot forward to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step that right foot back, coming into your low lunge. Then inhale, sweep your arms up. High lunge, shoulders relaxed. Left hip back, right hip forward. Exhale, sweep those arms back, airplane arms. Again, you could stay here or clasp your hands at the base of your spine. Lift your chest up, pulling those hands away from you. And then fold once again over that left thigh. Take a round of breath here. Take one more long inhale. And then exhale, warrior three. Launching forward or kind of walking that back foot forward. And then lifting that right leg parallel or close to parallel to the mat, toes turned down. Keep your hands clasped or come into those airplane arms. Taking your gaze to one spot on the floor, help you with your balance. Take an inhale here. Then exhale, standing splits. Fingertips onto the mat. Let your head hang heavy. Right toes turn towards the mat. Right thigh parallel to the mat. Maybe nodding your head yes, shaking it no. Take one more nice long inhale here. Then exhale, step back, low lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale, step that back foot forward to meet the front. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, sweeping those arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, dive forward into your fold.
It's okay, so
Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your step back, high plank. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, slowly lower down. Hug those elbows in, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we'll stay in our down dog for a couple of breaths, or you're welcome to come into child's pose, bringing your knees as wide as your mat, big toes to touch. Wherever you are, focus back in on your breathing. If you're in down dog, really lift your hips up, pull your belly button towards your spine. Those heels drop towards the mat. If you're in child's pose, make your way back into your downward facing dog. Spreading your fingers wide, pushing weight into your index fingers and thumb. Turning your biceps away from your ears. And on your next inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk your feet towards the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, hands at heart center, and then arms down by your side. Take a round of breath here, turning your palms towards the front of the room, really opening your chest. Notice where you're placing weight in your feet. Maybe rock back and forth a couple of times. Make sure it's evenly distributed between your heels and the balls of your feet. Then settle in, wiggle your toes a couple of times. Plant them on the mat. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Tailbone facing towards the floor. Then inhale, sweep those arms back up over your head. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back, coming into that low lunge. And then inhale, come up into your high lunge. Sweeping those arms towards the ceiling. Shoulders relax. Exhale, sweep those arms back, folding forward over your thigh, airplane arms. Then you can clasp your hands at the base of your spine if you'd like. Lift your chest up, pull your hands away, fold over that thigh once again. Maybe this time folding onto the inside of the thigh. We'll take a round of breath here. Take one more nice long inhale. Exhale, warrior three on this side. Bringing that left leg parallel to the mat, left toes turned down. You can keep your hands clasped or bring them back into those airplane arms. Taking your gaze to that one spot on the floor. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, standing splits. Fingertips down onto the mat. Face falling towards your thigh. And then from here, coming into a half moon, you're going to plant your right fingertips onto the mat. And then first bring your left hand onto your hip. Then from here, begin to turn your hips open, toes facing towards the side of your mat instead of towards the mat. So instead of our hips parallel to the mat, we're now going to open them up. Then if you feel steady here, you can extend that left arm towards the ceiling, keeping your gaze on a spot that's not moving, maybe having a slight bend in that right knee. Maybe you can take your gaze up toward your hand. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, stepping back into warrior two. Step that foot back, left foot back, and then bring your right arms parallel to the mat. Bending into that front knee. We're gonna have our chest and hips turned towards the side of our mat. Peek down to see that your arch or the heel of your front foot is in line with the arch of your back foot. Shoulders relaxed. Take a peek at that big toe on your front foot. If you can't see it, just pull your knee towards your pinky toe a little. Maybe take your gaze over your front fingertips. Then inhale, flip your front palm towards the ceiling. Exhale, reverse warrior, dropping that back hand on your back thigh or wrapped around your low back. Still bending into that front knee. Really reaching that right arm up, right shoulder relaxed. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Gently resting your forearm on your front thigh. Reaching that left arm towards the ceiling first. And then maybe reaching it over your ear. Palm facing towards the floor. Push weight onto the outer edge of that back foot. The weight is evenly distributed between both feet. And inhale, warrior two. Straighten your front thigh. And then coming into triangle, reach those right fingertips forward so they can't go any further. Then drop that right hand down onto your shin, or maybe place the top of your hand gently resting on your calf. Really reaching that left arm towards the ceiling, both shoulders relaxed. Creating a long line from your left fingertips all the way down to your right. And the goal here is that your chest is open and your back feels like it could rest on a wall behind you. So if you're turning your chest towards the floor, maybe lift or bring that right hand a little higher on your leg so you could really open up. Maybe take your gaze to your left fingertips. Then inhale, coming back up. From here, we're going to bring our feet parallel to one another and then turn your heels in, toes out. Bring your hands to heart center, coming into a goddess pose. We're going to squat down. So dropping that tailbone towards the mat. But again, keeping that long spine. So you feel like your back could rest on a wall behind you. And then we're going to inhale, reach your arms up, straighten your legs. Exhale, come back down into that squat. Do this a few more times. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, squat. Do it 3 more times at the pace of your own breath. Really reaching as you come up on your inhales. And then exhale, maybe drop a little lower in your squat. Focus on those nice, long, equal inhales and exhales. Then after your 3rd round, we'll meet back into that goddess squat. Maybe dropping a little lower. Take a round of breath here. And then inhale, straighten those legs, reach back up. Exhale, turn those right toes back towards the top of your mat, coming back into your warrior 2. Take an inhale here. Exhale, windmill your hands down, coming into that low lunge. Take an inhale here. Then exhale, step that back foot forward to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into that fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga, slowly lower down, elbows by your side. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your feet or bend your knees. Exhale, walk your feet towards the top of your mat to your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step that right foot back, coming into your low lunge. And then inhale, coming up into your high lunge. Sweep your arms towards the ceiling. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. And then exhale, fold over that front thigh. Sweeping your arms back. Airplane arms or clasp your hands at the base of your spine. You have your hands clasped. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold over that thigh. Take a round of breath here. Maybe you want to drop your chest onto the inside of your left thigh. Take one more nice long inhale. Then exhale, warrior 3. Stepping that back foot forward, or launching forward, keeping your hands clasped, or bringing them into airplane arms. Right leg lifted, parallel to the mat. Right toes turned down, chest lifted. Gaze just beyond the top of your mat to your one spot, your drishti. Help you balance. Take one more inhale here. Then exhale, standing splits. Bringing your fingertips down to the mat. Keeping that right leg lifted, right toes turned down. Letting your head hang heavy. Face falling toward thigh or shin. Then from here, coming into your half moon on this side, bringing your left fingertips onto the mat. Right hand onto your hip, and then begin to turn your hips open. Point those right toes out towards the side of your mat, keeping your spot on that gaze, your drishti. And then maybe reaching your right arm towards the ceiling, opening your chest. Maybe taking your gaze up toward your right fingertips. Flexing that right foot. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, bend into that left knee. Step back, warrior two. Bring your arms parallel to the mat. Taking a peek down, your front heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. Bending into that left knee. Peeking down at that left big toe. If you can't see it, pull your knee out toward your pinky toe. Shoulders and hips in one line. Chest facing towards the side of your mat. Gazing over your front fingertips. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Right hand down onto your back thigh or wrapped around your low back. Still bending into that front knee. Left shoulder relaxed. Maybe taking your gaze up. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Gently resting your left forearm on your left thigh. First, reaching that right arm up, and then maybe reaching it over your ear, palm facing towards the mat. Right shoulder relaxed. Push weight onto the outer edge of your back foot to take a little bit of pressure off your front foot. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Coming into triangle. Reach those left fingertips forward so they won't go any further. Then drop that left hand onto your shin or the top of your hand onto the inside of your calf. Again, keeping in mind that the goal here is to have our chest open. Spine long, like our back could rest on a wall behind us. Straight line from your right fingertips down to your left. Maybe taking your gaze up toward your right hand. Then inhale, coming back up, triangle. Bringing your feet parallel to one another. And then pulling those heels in, toes out. Hands at heart center. Coming back into our goddess pose. Squat down, letting that tailbone drop towards the mat. Back flat like it could rest on a wall behind you. And then from here, you could either stay here or inhale, lift your right heel up off the mat. Then exhale, drop that right heel back down. Inhale, lift your left heel off the mat. Exhale, drop it back down. Sit a little lower, and then maybe inhale, come onto your toes and lift both heels up off the mat. We'll take a round of breath here. Take one more nice long inhale. And exhale, drop those heels back down, dropping your tailbone down, maybe a little lower. And then inhale, stretch those arms up, straighten your legs. Exhale, hands at heart center. Turn those left toes back towards the front of your mat. And come into your warrior two once again, bending into that front knee, arms parallel to the mat. Take an inhale here. Exhale, windmill your hands down, low lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale, step those back feet forward, back foot forward to meet the front into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back. High plank. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Pull those elbows in. Slowly lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take one round of breath in your down dog. Really lifting your hips up. Pulling your chest toward your thighs. Pulling your belly button toward your spine. Dropping those heels down towards the mat. And on your next exhale, rock back forward into that high plank. And then slowly lower all the way down onto your mat. Untuck your toes. Rest either your left or right ear on the mat, whichever you choose. Arms by your side. And breathe here. And on your next inhale, bring your chin onto the mat. Clasp your hands at the base of your spine. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your legs, and then lift your hands away from your low back. Point your toes. Keep your legs touching all the way from ankles to the tops of your thighs. Take one more inhale here, maybe lift a little higher. And then exhale, slowly lower. Unclasp your hands. Rest on your opposite ear. Inhale, bring your chin onto the mat. Bend your knees. And then grab the outsides of your feet or your ankles. Pull your thighs so they're close together, knees are close together. Inhale, kick your feet into your hands, which will cause your chest to lift. You try to lift your thighs up off the mat. Take your gaze towards the top of your mat. Back of your neck is still nice and long. Really opening your chest. Maybe inhale, kick a little harder, lift a little higher. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Release the grip on your feet, but keep your knees bent. From here, windshield wipering your legs, let your feet drop from left to right. Resting your chin on the mat. And on your next inhale, bring your legs down, plant your hands next to your chest, and slowly push yourself up into a table. And then a seat on your heels. Then you can swing your legs around in front of you. From here, coming into a Baddha Konasana, bring the bottoms of our feet to touch. Have your heels as close or far away from you as feels comfortable. You can grab onto your shins, ankles, or hold your feet like a book with your thumbs on the bottom, fingers on the top. Wherever you are, lift your chest up, spine nice and long, crown of your head towards the ceiling. And then exhale, slowly lower down with that long spine until you can't go any further, and then you can begin to round your back, letting your face fall towards the floor or your feet, or your crown of your head can fall towards the floor. You can keep your hands on your feet or shins or walk your hands forward. And on your next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands back towards your legs. And from here, we're going to do a double pigeon. So in double pigeon, you're going to start with your right leg on the bottom. So your knee is bent, kind of creating a half triangle. And then you bring your left leg on top. So your left ankle is in line with your right knee. Opposite on the opposite side. Left knee in line with right ankle, or sorry, right knee in line with left ankle. Then if you look down, your legs should be creating a triangle. Keep both feet flexed. And one knee might be lifted a little, it's okay. Just go with it wherever you are. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. Spine long. Exhale, again, slowly lower down with that long spine until you can't go any further, and then maybe place your fingertips on the mat. Try to keep both sit bones on the mat. Maybe you can let your head hang heavy. And then you should be feeling a nice stretch on your left side, on that left hip area, left side of your low back. And on your next inhale, slowly come back up, walking your hands toward your shin. Switching sides, straighten out the legs first. Then we'll bring the opposite leg on the bottom, which I think is your left leg. Right leg on top, again lining up that right ankle with left knee. Same on the opposite side, right knee with left ankle. And peek down, see if you can see that triangle. This side might be different, so maybe your knees popped up a little more, or maybe it's dropped down a little more. Wherever you are, flex those feet and inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Shoulders relaxed. Exhale, begin to fold forward with that long spine. Keeping your sit bones grounded, bringing your hands down onto the floor, and then rounding your spine, maybe letting your head drop down, folding over those legs. Inhale, slowly begin to walk those hands back. Straighten out your legs, maybe shake them out a couple of times. And then we'll come into a twist from here. So keeping your left leg long, bend your right knee, and then step that right foot over the left so that your ankle is lined up with your thigh or in line with your knee. Place your right hand behind you and either use that left arm to hug your leg or reach that left arm towards the ceiling and then hook that left elbow onto the outside of the thigh, turning your chest towards the side and maybe taking your gaze over your back shoulder. As you inhale, pull your belly toward your spine, elongate your spine, and then exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Inhale, come back to center, reaching both arms up. And then exhale, do a kind of counter twist on the other side, bringing the hands onto the mat, turning your chest, and then unwinding and switching sides. So straightening that right leg long, bending the left knee, stepping the foot over the thigh just above the knee or in line with the knee. Left hand behind you. Either hug onto that left knee or inhale, reach the right arm towards the ceiling. Exhale, hook that elbow on the outside of the thigh, turning your chest towards the side, maybe taking your gaze over your back shoulder. Elongate that spine, pull your belly button towards your spine on an inhale, then maybe exhale, twist a little deeper. And inhale, unwind, come back to center, reach those arms up. Exhale, do that counter twist on the other side. Bringing the hands down onto the mat. Then we'll unwind and make our way down onto the mat. So coming down onto the mat, we're going to start by walking our feet, bent knees bent towards the ceiling, walking the heels towards you, grabbing behind your thighs, lifting your chest up, and then begin to rock back, lifting your feet off the mat, and bringing your shins parallel to the mat. Then from here, bring your arms out by your side. Inhale, straighten your legs, and then we're going to exhale, lower down together. Pull your belly button in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, reach those arms overhead. Point your toes for a big stretch. Then exhale your knees into your chest. Maybe rocking from side to side a couple of times. And inhale, pull your forehead toward your knees, creating a nice little ball. And exhale, release, coming into Shavasana, straightening your legs on the mat, letting your feet flap away from each other. Lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades towards each other, palms face up. Either take your gaze towards the ceiling or close your eyes. And we'll just take a couple of minutes here in our Shavasana, focusing our attention and our awareness in this room. Wherever you are, I'll walk you out when it's time. Begin to bring awareness back to your breath. And bring life into your body by wiggling your fingers and toes, rolling your ankles and wrists, letting your chin drop from left to right. Then on your next inhale, hug your knees into your chest, and exhale, roll onto either your left or right side. Going into a Shavasana B, fetal pose. Take this pose as time to transition back into our day. And on your next inhale, slowly come up to a comfortable seat, facing the top of your mat, spine nice and long, crown of your head towards the ceiling. And I invite you to inhale your palms to heart center. We'll close our practice today and seal the intention we set at the beginning by taking one round of breath together. Begin by exhaling all of your air. Inhale, fill your belly, expand your ribs, open mouth, release. Invite you to bow your head in gratitude for taking time out of your day and creating space in your home for your yoga practice. I thank you for joining me. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.
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 Thank you.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
That's great, Samantha.
Thank you.
All right. I will stop the recording.
Yep.